yes, we could expect a massive move, and we're going to find out exactly why. And we're also going to look at the price movement of Bitcoin, because yes, we had this fake out towards the upside and we didn't make it all the way to the pivot level, but we're going to look at the price movement to find out what we could expect in the immediate short term. So yes, we're going to look at the dollar currency index, Bitcoin and also Ethereum. So if you want to find out more, watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly activate the bell so that you always stay up to date. Welcome back to B for Crypto, and yes, first of all, we're going to start on the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin to find out what happened over the weekend, because yes, I told you in my free Telegram group and also in the previous video that I expect this breakout from this downward sloping trend all the way to the pivot level, where we can see a lot of stop losses from this major downwards move, because yes, a lot of people are shorting the markets exactly in these regions, and the major stop loss are all above this major pivot level. So I would have expected that we're going to see this massive move. So why didn't we break out and why didn't we see this move? First of all, we're getting a lot of pressure, and the markets are also anticipating this major news from the FOMC, which we're going to get in exactly 2 days. So are we going to see a rate hike of 25 basis points, what the overall market is expecting at the moment? We have a 99% likelihood that we could expect a 25 basis point rate hike, and guys, we could expect some major volatility in the markets in the next few days, because yes, we could expect some major volatility, the price of Bitcoin coming all the way back up into these regions, because yes, we have to prepare ourselves for major volatility that is going to occur exactly in these regions. So yes, we could expect that the price movement is going to come all the way up to the pivot level, and then we're going to see a fast move from a hawkish behavior from the Fed. But what is going to happen if we're going to see a pivot? Guys, we could expect that the overall market will pump even higher, and even if we're going to get this 25 basis point rate hike, I would expect that the market is still going sideways, because yes, if we go over to the daily chart, yes, we can see that this support round about the $29,300 is holding for over a month, and we're seeing the sideways consolidation. Overall, I think it's still bullish, because if we're going to look at this price movement, yes, this is a bullish price movement. And why? Yes, because we're just holding this level, we're not seeing a fast move towards the downside. This would give us the indication that Bitcoin needs to come down to the very important moving averages and also to the support, so that we could see a consolidation exactly in this area before we're going to get the next move. So overall, we can see that yes, here are a lot of sellers pushing the price of Bitcoin down and also shorting the market. And guys, what we could expect is a fake out and a breakout towards the upside to liquidate all of these short positions. So ultimately, I think we're going to see the sideways consolidation, maybe a fake out from the FOMC meeting and a major volatile move, but I expect that we're going to get this major pump towards the upside. But guys, make sure to watch the video until the end, because I'm going to show you this proof that we're going to see a major move. But first of all, we're going to go over to the dollar currency index. We can see that the DXY perfectly held this support, and we saw this bounce towards the upside. This led also to the price dump of Bitcoin. But if we look at the price movement of the DXY, then we can see a clear formation. We can see a cup and handle pattern that formed exactly in these regions, and this was also the pattern that we formed from this bottom at the support. So a cup and handle is a bullish pattern, and we could expect the price movement, if we're going to take a measured move all the way from the neckline all the way to the bottom of the cup, and we're going to drag it over to the potential breakout point, then we can see yes, our potential target is exactly the top of this major resistance, which is also a major resistance point over here. So yes, I could expect that maybe we're going to see a small retracement and come all the way back to this major resistance, and then we're going to see this continuation even lower. This would be the ultimate pattern that we need to see, that the DXY is going to go even lower, because yes, then we could expect that Bitcoin is going to bounce off exactly from these levels, and we could expect to pump all the way to the levels of $32,400, which would also be exactly the top of this broadening wedge. But guys, let's look at the price movement of Ethereum. But before we're going to do that, guys, please take a second of your time and smash up the like button and subscribe and activate the bell. This would really support my channel. So over on Ethereum, on the daily chart, we can see yes, we're still holding this upward structure. Ethereum is still forming higher lows, and that is extremely bullish. But guys, we also saw this fake out towards the upside, but let's go on the lower time frames. And yes, we broke this trend line from the symmetrical triangle that I mentioned in my previous video, and guys, we came all the way back into the support zone. So guys, is this bearish or bullish? First of all, we can see that the price movement is holding this for quite a while, like we also can see for the price movement of Bitcoin, and this gives me a bullish indication. Yes, we're getting a lot of selling pressure, but Ethereum and Bitcoin is holding this level of support. So guys, I expect, yes, in 2 days we're going to see a volatile move, maybe also a fake out towards the downside, but I expect in a bigger perspective that we're going to see this breakout and Ethereum will come back above the $2,000 range. And for Bitcoin, I expect that yes, we're going to see our first price target if we're going to see this turnaround exactly here. Remember, we could see a fake out, but I expect, yes, the overall trend is towards the upside because a lot of people are thinking at the moment that we're going to see this dump all the way to the levels of $28,000. Yes, this would be the obvious price target, but guys, remember, if something looks so obvious and a lot of short positions have been placed exactly in these regions, we could expect that the market is going to get all of this liquidity. So I expect that yes, we're going to maybe see a fake out, but a breakout towards the upside. But now comes the very important part. Why could we expect a massive move? And yes, we're going to go on the weekly chart of Bitcoin to find out why we could expect this massive move. And if we're going to turn on the Bollinger Bands, and yes, this is historical for the price movement of Bitcoin, that the Bollinger Bands are so tight. And what happens if the Bollinger Bands are getting so tight? Yes, we could expect a massive move. If we go back in history, then we can see, yes, exactly in these regions, we could see that the Bollinger Bands were really tightening up and we saw this fast move towards the upside. And also, we can see exactly here, the price movement and the Bollinger Bands were really tight, and this is what we could expect. The Bollinger Bands are not giving us a direction, so we can't say we are going to get a pump or a dump, but this indication that the Bollinger Bands are so tight give us the indication that the consolidation in these areas is so stagnant that we could expect a massive breakout either towards the upside or towards the downside. So yes guys, these are my price targets in the immediate short term, but I expect that we're going to see this turnaround and that this was just a major shakeout, and also to get all of this liquidity which is building up exactly at this pivot level and also at the range high round about the $31,000. So guys, if you like this video, smash up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly activate the bell so that you will stay up to date.